Classic dessert is sticky date pudding. So with the name, of course, we're going to be using some wonderful dates. You want to make sure, now these are deglet dates, which are not medjool. These are a little bit less sweet. And you want to make sure that you have all the pits removed, and then you want to chop them coarsely. Now we're going to be adding these to just a little bit of water on our stove. And then we're going to be cooking these with just a little bit of bicarb or baking soda. And what does that do, you might ask? Well, that's actually going to soften our dates, because sometimes when you get dates, they can be a little bit firm. So this is going to soften our dates for our pudding, and it also is going to help them disperse better in our cake and not fall to the bottom. So you just want to bring these to a boil for about 2 minutes and let them cool while you make your other ingredients. So now we're going to cream together our white sugar with our vegan butter or margarine. Make sure you have that at room temperature or just a little bit softer. That'll be much easier for you. Then add in your vanilla. So in most cakes and most desserts, we need something to bind or to hold our cake all together. And today we're going to be using panis egg. So panis egg is something you can use, is something we developed here. It is going to have a better functionality versus flax egg. But if you can't get the panis egg, that's fine. Use flax. This has already been mixed with water. And so I'm going to be mixing this into our creamed butter. The panis egg performs all 8 functions that an egg does. So this traditional recipe will be about 2 eggs. And so here we're using 2 eggs worth of panis egg. So now we have our dates that have been softened. Look at that. By our, let's see, can you see that? Put it over there, because we're going to be adding this. So there are the dates that are nice and soft. We're just going to be adding these to our creamed wet mixture. And then you'll be putting in your self-rising flour. Popping it all in a pre-greased 8 or 9 inch baking pan. And then putting it in the oven. You want to gently combine this, not too much. Stir it through. And of course, as always, you want to cook this until a toothpick or a knife comes out clean. All ovens are slightly different, so our recommended baking time is just a guide. You must know your own equipment. And while this cake is very delicious on its own, we're going to create a fantastic sauce to take this to the next level. Here we're just going to combine some vegan butter or margarine, some brown sugar. Here we have some plant cream, and we also have a little bit of plant milk. Now the plant cream we do get unsweetened, but sometimes it is a little bit sweet. You can make your own as well if you took our little 1 glass. This is a commercial one. Plant milk goes in there. And we're just going to combine all this until it becomes homogenized, and then we're going to let it cool. So here we are, just like I said, just going to combine all your ingredients. Make sure you get that butter or margarine melted. Look at that gorgeous color. Bring this to a boil, and then you're going to cool it down. And look, here I have that sticky date pudding that has already cooled down. And I'm going to show you, you can serve this either with the sauce on the side, or I also like to use a squeeze bottle and then just present it on top. This is actually a great dessert also with some ice cream. There's really no bad way to have your sticky date pudding. So now we have cooled down our sticky date pudding. I have cut it. I let it cool very well, even overnight. And look, I want to show you the cross section with all those sticky dates in there. Absolutely fantastic. Remember, I said I put my sauce in a squeezy bottle. Also, this set up overnight in the fridge, and I want to show you the consistency of that so it gets really perfect. You can either squeeze that straight onto your cake, or you can put it here, which I like to do in a separate little bowl for extra dipping. And that way you can use that also as your own spoon. Try this recipe. Very easy and a sure crowd pleaser.